Alright, so just got some more news on the new iPhone X, exactly when Apple will reveal all of its iPhones for 2018. Let's see. The feeling you've got somewhere in your middle anticipates just elbowing into impatient while we wait for Apple's next big announcement. Oh, sure, we think we know what. Yeah, it's all this with potential. Let's see. Nicorette one is right there in your face. So they're saying around October. So they're doing what they do all the time. They're guessing. That doesn't mean a set date of the announcement, of course, as sometimes the invitation go out just a few days before the event itself. So when's the event? I would expect something similar to invites will be sent out on Thursday, August 30th. Make September 4th less likely as for journalists and Apple staff may not want to be traveling or working on Labor Day. Makes sense. Let's see. Oh, here's another one. Apple is in a crazy situation that will make it worth even more than $1 trillion. We're referring to it as Apple as a service, and that's not reflecting their service segment. The founder of Loop Ventures said in an interview. Apple on Thursday became the first publicly traded U.S. company to hit $1 trillion in market cap. It also reported strong quarterly results last week, posting big beats on earning per share and average iPhone selling price. Refers to Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, and Google parent Alphabet. Seems like y'all are doing good. Let's see. Social network post. The largest one-day loss in market value by any company in the United States U.S. stock market history after releasing a I would say devastating quarterly report, but it's not. Yes, Facebook is a behemoth, but I don't see outperforming coming from that name. How's Amazon? Oh, look at that. Didn't they get like a new $16 billion contract recently? They pay nothing in taxes, basically, too. Apple could be used as a bargaining chip in the trade war, Chinese state media warns. Apple has benefited from cheap labor and strong supply chains in China, which has helped it boost profits and get to $1 trillion. The state-backed People's Daily said the U.S. firm should share that money with Chinese citizens, the article urged. Man, Apple could be threatened or could be target of anger and nationalism sentiment aimed amid the ongoing trade war. Apple has benefited from, yeah, we know that. Let's see. The opinion piece highlights how Apple made $9.6 billion in revenue in China in the June quarter, which helped U.S. giant to hit recently $1 trillion. But the continuous trade war between the U.S. and China could leave Apple and U.S. firms vulnerable as a bargaining chip for about. Wow. The eye-catching success achieved in Chinese market may provoke nationalism sentiment if U.S. President Donald Trump recently adopts protection. Yeah, hit Chinese companies hard. China is by far the most important overseas market for the U.S. U.S.-based Apple, leaving it exposed if Chinese people make it a target of anger and nationalism. China doesn't want to close its door to Apple despite the trade conflict, but if the U.S. company wants to earn good money in China, it needs to share its development dividends with the Chinese people. It's unclear how the publication thinks Apple should share its profits with the Chinese citizen. Probably raises, and then they'll just be coming back here. Last week, China said it was ready to retaliate with the tariffs on around 60 billion of U.S. goods just days after the U.S. administration revealed that Trump had spoken with U.S. Trade Representative and asked him to consider increasing the proposed levies on 200 billion of Chinese goods up to 25% from 10%. So far, Apple has been broadly insulated from the trade war. Trump recently told Apple CEO Tim Cook in June that iPhones assembled in China would be spared for But People's Day took issue with the economies of the iPhone. The article claimed that Chinese companies in Apple supply chains only get 1.8% of total profit created by the flagship device. People's Daily did not cite where it got this figure from. Ultimately, Chinese state media argued the U.S. companies could begin to enter the firing line in the conflict between the world's two largest economies. The trade conflict initiated by President Trump reminds China to re-examine China-U.S. trade. People's Daily wrote, it seems U.S. companies doing business in China are the biggest winners from China-U.S. trade. The Chinese market is vital for many top U.S. brands. Given Belgium, did I say Belgium? I don't know why I keep saying Belgium. More leeway to play hardball in the trade conflict. Yeah, I think I probably need to come home. And of course, this is... Get out of here. But just wanted to make a quick video. This is crazy. The thing that I saw first was that and this. That was what made me want to do a video. But y'all have a good rest of the day and stay positive and peace. I am out.